Welcome to College Football Legends, where we dive deep into the stories of the game's greatest heroes. We all know that coaching plays a vital role in the success of a program. It can be the difference between the glory of hoisting the coveted national championship trophy or the agony of a losing season. Now, even the best coaches find themselves in awkward situations. So today, we're going to continue our countdown of the top 5 awkward, shocking, and downright cringeworthy moments in college football. Over the last 20 years, we've had an increase in new Division I programs that have rapidly risen up the college football ranks. Some of them have even posted undefeated seasons and upset some of the blue bloods in college football. As we continue our countdown of awkward, cringeworthy coaching moments in college football, we focus on the meteoric rise of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Before the Chanticleers rise to prominence, their former head coach, David Bennett, posted one of the most funny yet awkward interviews in the history of college football. So today, we'll focus on how this program has built their foundation, in addition, along with their former coach's unique yet memorable interview. Coastal Carolina University is located in Conway, South Carolina, just 30 minutes from Myrtle Beach. They began playing intercollegiate football in 2003. Since their inaugural season, they have overachieved and exceeded expectations beyond what anyone could imagine. This program's rise, however, did not happen overnight. The university has committed themselves to pouring their resources into facilities such as weight rooms and a stadium suitable for college football in the southeastern United States. When searching for the right players, the Coastal Carolina coaching staff took a realistic approach in recruiting. Coastal Carolina moved up to the FBS Division I level in 2017. The Chanticleers has had success in the lower tier FBS level with several conference championships and playoff appearances. However, taking on tougher competition was going to place new challenges on the program. There is no possible way that a top-tier recruit would choose a program in the Group of 5, such as the Sun Belt, Conference USA, and the Mid-American Conference. This has nothing to do with the quality of football. It's just the reality that the Blue Bloods typically have more resources and are able to provide more incentives to attract the best talent. Coastal Carolina focused on players that needed their program just as much as the program needed the players' talent. In a sport known for its tradition, this program has used non-traditional ways to attract players. For example, many of the players that they were able to recruit were players that needed a second chance, or players that weren't given their first opportunity and were overlooked by many programs. In addition, they created an environment and energy that's unique amongst the typical college football program. For example, the strength and conditioning coaches have created themed workouts where the players came to the weight room dressed as superhero characters. In addition, they posted viral videos of celebrations after defeating ranked opponents, recreating WWE wrestling matches. The energy created by the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers over the years has produced several NFL prospects and a historic 11-1 season in 2020, falling short of a perfect season, losing to Liberty University in overtime in their postseason bowl game. Before the success that we've all witnessed, Coastal Carolina began football operations in 2003, hiring David Bennett for their head coach during their inaugural season. Coach David Bennett would be described by many as a person with a no-nonsense attitude that instills hard work and discipline amongst his players. Building a program from scratch by no means is an easy task. Yet his successful track record and his desire for his players' success on and off the field made him the right person for this position. As with building any new program, Coastal Carolina experienced their growing pains, yet they experienced success at the FCS level within 2 years of launching their program, winning their inaugural conference championship in 2004. David Bennett led the Chanticleers to 4 conference championships and multiple FCS playoff appearances. He became a mentor of young men on and off the field, and a coach that brought pride to the university. As the new generation of player entered the college ranks, there may have been speculation that Coach Bennett may not have been able to connect with this new cohort. On a fateful day in early September during a press conference, his frustration with some of his players and their mindset yielded one of the most bizarre and cringeworthy interviews in college football history.
I told our players, you need to be more like a dog. We don't need a bunch of cats in here looking in the mirror. Do I look good? I got my extra bands on. I got my other shoes on. Be a dog.
Wow, this interview even to this day has me scratching my head. I can only imagine the live reaction of everyone present while he was going on this rant. This clip went absolutely viral, being played as far as Australia and all over Europe, even before the days of TikTok and Instagram. This is just a coach that cares deeply for his players and wanted to build Coastal Carolina football into something that can bring pride to the entire community. As I gained context of this clip, he became frustrated with the lack of focus and tenacity from many of his players. The overall root of his frustration was coming from his players' fixation on what we now call the drip, which is defined on how a player wears his uniform on game day, with accessories such as sweatbands, helmet visors, and cleats. Coach Prime of Colorado said it himself.
It said, look good, feel good, play good, you pay good. See, you thought that quote was all about sports.
However, If you don't have the work ethic, desire, tenacity, and that dog mentality, no amount of drip will help you succeed in the game of football. I truly believe that was the point that Coach Bennett was trying to portray in this bizarre interview. Ultimately, I think that this is a coach that didn't understand the new generation of players. Drip, or football fashion, is more common than ever. The old school approach of demanding their players be clean shaven and basically no signs of individuality is a thing of the past. Even though this clip was over 12 years ago, coaches and recruiters' ability to connect with the new generation of player can make or break the program. College football is forever changing, and there has to be balance. Players need structure and mentorship. However, running the program like in the 1970s or 1980s will have players hitting the transfer portal at the speed of light. I can understand Coach Bennett's frustrations. However, airing it out in a press conference may not have been the best way to go about it. Possibly the better option would have been discussing this during a team meeting. In addition, this press conference inadvertently brought negative attention to the university, who was in the process of building a brand and eventually transitioning to the FBS Division I level. The following week, Coastal Carolina suffered a crushing 59-0 defeat at the hands of the Georgia Bulldogs. Despite finishing the season with a 7-4 record, they missed the FCS playoffs. Coach Bennett was dismissed from his role as head coach at the conclusion of the 2011 season. Ultimately, the program had aspirations of moving to the Division I level, and they elected that Coach Bennett wasn't the best option moving forward. We can assume that his viral rant, along with missing the playoffs, played a major factor in their decision. Coach Bennett went on to take an athletic administrative role, and after coaching, he retired in 2018. Even though he may be remembered for that bizarre press conference, we can't forget that he played an integral role in building Coastal Carolina into the program that we know today. Stay tuned for next week's Top 5 College Coaches Cringe-Worthy Moments. What were your thoughts on this particular topic? Do you remember any instances where a coach or a player crossed the line? Please comment who you think will appear in our next episode of this countdown. If you enjoyed this video and would like to continue this countdown, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll never miss an episode of College Football Legends, where we celebrate the unforgettable players and moments that define the sport we love.